So today I'm going to show you how to tie a hare's ear fly. We will be using a size 12 bead head hook with a bead to help weigh the fly down. We'll be using some 6/0 purple thread, a squirrel tail for the tail nonetheless, turkey feather to be used on the back of the fly, and a couple of tools. So we'll be using our standard vise to hold on to the fly, and scissors, and finally we will be using a whip finish to finish the fly. Winter is typically a time that you replenish your fly stocks, and this is typically the first fly I use in springtime once ice is off of the river. The bead helps the fly get down to the bottom, and this fly imitates your common mayfly, which are beginning to move and stir as February and March roll around. So I will show you how to tie this fly, and the reason I'm doing this is because last year I taught fly tying in my classroom, and I think some of the students that had a hard time focusing normally were able to focus and do a really good job with completing this fly. So to begin tying this fly, I will first attach my thread to the actual hook. Clearly I've already placed the bead on top of the hook. Typically when tying a fly you want to begin at the back of the fly and work your way forward, and that is exactly what we'll be doing with this hare's ear. So I'm simply taking a small chunk of the squirrel tail. I really like the squirrel tail with the white coming off the back, and securing it to the hook. Using this amount, it's really important that you start off going really lightly, and that prevents the fur from spinning around the hook. And so we simply secure our tail to the fly and secure our way up. This also really helps build up the body of the fly, which is going to make it look nice and meaty to a hungry trout. I'm going to snip off a little of this extra. And there's our tail and beefy body already. So again, we are working our way from the back forward, and I need to attach some dubbing. Today we're using just your standard gray hare's ear dubbing, but you can use everything from green, black, purple, anything that looks interesting to you and especially to your students. So in nice wraps, we're going to begin building up the body. Notice a small amount of dubbing goes a long way. If you have trouble getting the dubbing to stick to your thread, you could also lick your fingers, and that really helps. Once we reach about the halfway mark, we need to tie in the back, and we're using just a small strip of that turkey feather. If you take a look at turkey feather and compare it to the natural fly, it's unbelievable how close these patterns can match each other. And same thing, start off light and you can get tighter after that. And we're just securing this to the hook. So I'm now back where I left off, and I'm going to finish dubbing to the front of the hook. If you're interested, this is also the point where you would add in any legs. You could use rubber legs or feathers to imitate legs. And making this part simply a little bit bigger than the tail end. All of these little random hairs also coming out do a good job of imitating legs. So finally, what we're going to do is we're going to fold this back over, which creates the back of the fly, and we're going to tie that off. Cut off this extra or tear it, and we will finish our fly using our whip finish tool. And there, after this quick little cut, is how you tie a hare's ear nymph. So during this video, I showed you how to tie a hare's ear nymph, which is a super productive fly during spring and even during summer fly fishing. With only a couple of steps and a couple of supplies, you can get started tying your own flies. And I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.